So the story I would like to share took place a long, long time ago. Far, far away from here. Although you might think it was not so far away because this story is about a cockroach. And her name is Olga. The story of Olga the cockroach. She was someone who everyone adored, to be honest. Except she didn't quite know how to adore herself. Every morning when she woke up, she looked in the mirror, and she looked and she... My eyelashes, they're like, oh, they're like short and stubby, and oh, my hair's a big mess, and I'm really short. I'm not like those sexy models. She didn't feel good about it. So one day, she decided, okay, it's simple. Down to the shop she went. She brought some bright red lipstick, a bit of mascara, went to the local cafe or something, quick into the bathroom, came outside, and she walked down the street and she had this air of confidence about her as she walked along. But the next day, when she woke up, she looked in the mirror, put on her lipstick, put on the mascara, and she was like, but I really want to do something about my height. Okay, so she decided to take a bus to the next town. They had a few more shops around there. And she went into every one looking for just the perfect pair of shoes. And she found these black shiny things. In my head they're a bit like Spice Girl shoes. She put them on and clocked down the street, confident, and she was like, I'm sure I got some winks on the way home and some smiles, and now I feel good. Yeah. The next day she woke up. She put on the shoes, she put on her makeup, and she was like, my hair is just a mess. I could spend my savings on these straighteners. Oh, I don't know, but they don't really have them in my town. Okay, yeah, I'm doing it. And she decided to take a train to the city. And she bought these straighteners. She was so excited to use them, and it was obviously hair straighteners.
Okay.
It's really a thing?
It's a thing. Oh, it's a thing. It's a thing.
You know it?
It was definitely a thing.
The iron about 20 years ago.
So she bought the straighteners, and it was obviously like great timing, precise, as they say here, because she got a phone call, and it was Sophie the ladybird. Is it her?
Shlomi is probably at the door.
Shlominka the ladybird. And someone's going. So when Sophie called, it meant one thing only, and that was party time. So they got ready together, and she dragged those straighteners over her hair until it was sleek and perfect. And she prayed it wouldn't rain or be too hot. And so off they went, out for the night. They arrived, and the music was pumping, and the smoke was sort of putting them into some kind of haze. Olga felt good. And yeah, she looked at Sophie and thought, she's kind of like more of a natural beauty than me, but I feel good. Yeah, this is going to be a good night. And she turned around, and someone was giving her eyes. Yeah, and an eyebrow, like he's doing. And he had a glint in his eyes, and his teeth were sharp, and his tail went. It was Mr. Wolf. Mr. Wolf just arrived. He was looking at Olga, and he said, he went up to her, he strutted up to her and said, "Hey baby, "You're the most beautiful cockroach I've ever seen. Would you be my wife?" And she was like, "What?" But she was like, "Okay, maybe I'll make it into a game." And she said to him, "Okay, maybe. Tell me, what song would you sing at our wedding?" And he looked a bit confused and looked back at her. "Wow, dum, dum, dum. You make my heart sing. Dum, dum, dum. You make everything groovy." I'm not really sure that we're suited, but thanks. See you later. And she walked off in the other direction, and as it goes sometimes, he's immediately started cursing her after. So okay, she got into the groove again, and it wasn't long, I'm telling you. I don't know if it's the makeup or just her good mood. Despite this strange encounter before, there was someone else. She felt these eyes on her back. And when she turned around, she was greeted with another set of sharp teeth and a fluffy orange and black striped coat. Was Mr. Tiger. Let's have a roar together. It's a bit like cat-like. Should we do another one a bit more like... Yeah. And he looked at us and said, "Hey, baby. You're the most beautiful cockroach I've ever seen. Would you be my wife?" Olga was like, "What is it with these people?" "Okay, let's play the game." "Maybe. But tell me, what song would you sing at our wedding?" "I believe in miracles. Where you from? You sexy thing, you." And she walked away from him while his eyes were closed and he just continued. I don't know what happened to him, to be honest. And she was like, "Oh gosh, this dating game is really not fun. I think I'm going to call it a night." And she looked for Sophie, couldn't find her, looked some more, and oh yeah, she was there busy with Mr. Fox, so she was like, "Okay, I'll go, whatever, like, there'll always be another night." And just as she was on her way out to the door, she heard a voice. "Excuse me." And she didn't know where it was coming from, so she was almost, "Excuse me." She turned around, and there, sitting by himself, he was a funny sight with scraggy whiskers and a funny grey kind of coat. "Yes?" Who do you think it was?
Mouse.
A mouse. Yeah, it's close. It was Mr. Rat. Mr. Rat. "Yes. I just wanted to tell you that you are the most beautiful cockroach I've ever seen. Can I sing you a song?" "Sure, why not?" Mr. Rat summoned all the courage he had in his heart and opened his mouth. "L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore can love. Is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Love can make it. Take my heart. Please don't break it. Love was made for me and you." Well, she laughed just like I did. How can you not when someone sings at you like that? And I don't know, know if it was the song or the music or the time of year, but her heart was won. And believe it or not, so it was that Olga the cockroach and Mr. Rat became man and wife, and the wedding was fantastic. There was a great feast, and I was there, and Dad was there, and we danced and we sang, and there was even a unicorn in a onesie there. And they lived happily for a while. Time passed. Beep. Time passed. Beep, 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 beep. And they were happy, but Olga had this feeling inside that she was wearing a mask, and something in her soul was saying to her, wake up, be who you are. So one morning, she didn't know what was going to happen. She didn't put on the shoes. She left her hair the wild mess that it was, usually. And she left the lipstick and mascara in the drawer. And she went into the kitchen where Mr. Rat was there with his glasses and morning paper. And he looked up at her, over the paper, lowered the paper, and Olga? You look different. You look more beautiful than I've ever seen before. And at that moment, Olga knew that he loved her not only with his eyes, but also with his heart.
Thank you.